The powder didn't dissolve. That was the first mistake. 3 years of morning coffee, 3 years of routine, porcelain cup, 2 sugars, a soft kiss on my temple before she left for yoga.
Love you,
she would whisper, and I would say it back. Yesterday, I tilted the cup toward the sink, and something clung to the bottom. White. Fine. Not sugar. Sugar disappears. This didn't. I said nothing. At 3 a.m., the house was silent. Even guilt sleeps heavily. I opened the security app on my phone. We installed cameras after a burglary in the neighborhood. She insisted on it. Strange how criminals like surveillance. I scrolled back to 6:12 a.m. There she was, my wife, robe loosely tied, calm, measured. She stirred the coffee, then paused. Her hand moved to her pocket. A small vial, a gentle tap. White powder fell like quiet snowfall. She stirred again, smiled, and kissed my forehead before placing the cup in my hands. I watched the footage 3 times, not because I doubted it, because I needed to feel something, but I felt nothing. Just clarity. Poison would have been dramatic. This wasn't. I sent the residue to a private lab the next morning. No questions asked. I have connections. Age gives you that. Wealth gives you more. The report came back discreetly. Microdoses of a benzodiazepine. Not enough to kill, enough to dull. To slow cognition, to create dependency, to make a man softer, less sharp, easier to manage. 3 years. I thought my forgetfulness was age. My exhaustion was stress. My hesitation in business meetings was fatigue. No, it was chemistry. I didn't confront her, not yet. Instead, I began watching. She guarded her phone more carefully lately. Smiled at messages she didn't share. Stepped outside for calls. And then there was my son. He had started visiting less. Strange. We were always close, until she began managing family finances. I reviewed account statements. Transfers. Subtle. Layered. Routed through shell companies. Her name appeared once, then disappeared. But my son's signature appeared often. Not forged. Real. That hurt more. Betrayal is cleaner when it comes from strangers. I stopped drinking the coffee. I pretended to. I poured it into a thermos and discarded it at the office. I let her believe the fog still covered my mind. I hired a forensic accountant. Quiet man, efficient. Within 2 weeks, the pattern emerged. Gradual liquidation of certain assets. Insurance policies updated. Power of attorney drafted. Unsigned but ready. She wasn't killing me. She was preparing for when I became too weak to object. A slow fade. A convenient decline. And then there was the Thanksgiving call. My daughter-in-law has a sharp tongue and a sharper hunger for inheritance. If you want to join Thanksgiving, come wash the dishes. She laughed over the phone, mocking, as if I were already irrelevant. I replied, enjoy. That night I finalized the transfer. Not to them, to myself. I had purchased a villa in Switzerland months ago. Quiet, private, untouchable. I sent one photograph to the family group chat. Snow-covered mountains behind a glass terrace. No caption. Within an hour, my phone rang 71 times. Concern, confusion, fake warmth. Dad, why didn't you tell us? Are you moving? Is everything okay? Everything was perfect. For the first time in years. I printed the lab report, the bank audit, the camera still of her dropping powder into my cup. I placed them neatly on the dining table. She came home at 6:14 p.m. Routine is comforting, isn't it? She saw the papers. Her hands trembled before her face did. I can explain, she whispered. I raised a hand. No, just that. No anger, no volume, just refusal. Her eyes filled with tears. Real ones, not strategic. You were distant, she said. I was protecting us. The medication was to help you relax. You've been so stressed. I slid the bank statements toward her. And this? I asked. Silence. Then the crack. It was for the family, she cried. For our son. You control everything. We needed security. Security. By sedating me. By siphoning my assets. By waiting for cognitive decline she was manufacturing. My son arrived 30 minutes later. I had called him. He looked at the evidence. His shoulders collapsed. He knew. That was the final confirmation. I've amended the will, I said calmly. Their heads snapped up. All holdings have been liquidated and placed into an irrevocable trust. My trust. Managed offshore, beyond their reach. You get nothing, I continued. Not because I'm angry. Because you're unworthy. She stepped toward me. Please, we made a mistake. I almost admired the solidarity. I handed her divorce papers. Pre-signed. Prepared weeks ago. I knew for 14 days, I said. You drugged me for 3 years. I needed 2 weeks to dismantle you. The word hung in the air. Dismantle, not destroy. Destroy is emotional. Dismantle is methodical. My son tried to speak. I looked at him once. He stopped. Silence is powerful when you've earned it. I leave for Switzerland tomorrow, I said. Do not contact me again. The villa is quiet. No cameras here. No powder. Just mountains and air that doesn't taste like betrayal. I wake early. I make my own coffee. Black. No sugar. No poison. Sometimes my phone still lights up with unknown numbers. I don't answer. I imagine her explaining to friends, spinning narratives, painting herself a victim. Let her. Truth doesn't need witnesses when you've already seen it. They thought I was fading, becoming fragile. They mistook patience for weakness. 3 years of chemical fog, 14 days of calculated clarity. I did not scream. I did not strike. I simply removed myself and everything they wanted. Some betrayals end in blood. Mine ended in paperwork and silence. I don't miss her. I don't miss my son. What I miss is the man who thanked her every morning. He was naive. He is gone, and I am finally awake.